For this list, we will be going over all the top played chess openings for both white and black. We will use the Lichess database, which includes about 2 million over-the-board games of 2200 plus FIDE-rated players from the years 1952 to 2019. FIDE, known as the International Chess Federation, is uniquely different from the United States Chess Federation, such that in FIDE, all players are required to submit their score sheets after completing each of their rated tournament games. The notated games are then uploaded to a server, which compiles all the games together to form a database, typically Chess's mega database, which can then be downloaded to your computer for future viewing. The openings listed here will normally be around 5 moves, which is plenty to identify the position with an opening theory name. We will take the top played first move, starting with white, pawn to e4, and then black's response to white's first move. One restriction on this list is to not have multiple variations of the same opening. For example, a French exchange or French advanced. Instead, I will lightly touch upon each of the variations within its own rank on the list. At number 5, we have the Pirc Defense, with 39,583 games. Named after Vestia Pirc, the Pirc Defense is known for its flexibility and double-edged nature. Black will be aiming for a King's Indian defense setup, while giving white central pawn space, generally striking at white's center with an e7 e5 or c7 c5 pawn break. The Pirc has been played by many world-class grandmasters, including Kramnik, Grishchuk, and Mamajirov. At number 4, we have the Caro-Kann Defense with 79,306 games. Named after Horatio Caro and Marcus Kahn, the Caro-Kann Defense is played for its simplicity and solid nature. Black will be looking to combat the center with a d7 d5 pawn push supported by the c-pawn. Depending on how white responds to black's second move, the character of this open could shift dramatically from the advanced variation to the exchange variation or the modern variation. This opening has been a favorite for many world chess champions like Capablanca, Botvinnik, Petrosian, and Karpov, and modern players such as Anand, Adams, and Lecco. And at number 3, we have the French Defense with 129,113 games. Similar to the Caro-Kann, the French Defense also has a solid nature. After black's second move, white already has multiple choices to choose from, such as the Paulsen variation with knight to c3, the Tarrasch variation with knight to d2, the exchange variation with e takes d5, or the advanced variation. In nearly all the variations, you'll find that black's light-squared bishop is a bad bishop because it is stuck behind his light-squared pawns. Black will be actively seeking to trade his light-squared bishop for white's knights or light-squared bishop. All the while, white will attempt to prevent this plan and use their space advantage on the king side for an attack. The current leading grandmasters of this opening are Wesley So, Ding Liren, Nepomniachtchi, and Morozevich. At number 2, we have the King's Pawn game with 228,470 games. We will be cheating a little bit here as white can go down a few different paths, so we will talk about the most popular variation from the King's Pawn game, the Ruy Lopez, which has 120,428 games. This opening is one of the oldest chess openings, first given its name back in the 16th century by Ruy Lopez de Segura. It has been played for many years prior as well, and due to its popularity, has an encyclopedia of theory. Being heavily analyzed, Ruy Lopez can be intimidating to learn, but following basic chess principles you will normally get into playable positions. Former world chess champion Vishy Anand insists that the Ruy Lopez is one of the 2 essential openings to learn about chess strategy. Finally, at number 1, we have the second essential chess opening, the Sicilian Defense, with 481,781 games. The Sicilian Defense is the popular opening choice for black because of its strong combative play. As with the King's Pawn game, the Sicilian has many different variations to choose from, and we will go down the most popular, the Najdorf Sicilian, at 91,660 games. This a6 idea is to prevent any of white's plans to utilize the b5 square for their knights or bishop. This is known as prophylaxis. This is a key branching point for white, with many of his 6-move choices in the thousands of games. Black's continuing strategy is to play for an e5 pawn push to gain their own stake in the center of the board, but can also opt for a more solid e7 e6. There are far too many GMs to name, but you will certainly find current world chess champion Magnus Carlsen playing the Sicilian Defense.